Junk food debate. Doctors rarely explain clearly food politics affects your plate every day. Most people never hear this side clearly. I used to think health organizations agreed on everything related to junk food. Then I started reading policy discussions, nutrition reports, and public health statements after noticing how processed snacks quietly took over my daily routine. One night I finished an entire family-size bag of chips while watching videos and realized the bag somehow became empty faster than my self-control. That moment pushed me to look deeper into why unhealthy food remains everywhere despite rising health concerns. The truth is more complicated than dramatic headlines online. The American Heart Association has strongly supported improving nutrition policies for years, including reducing sugar intake, improving food labeling, and encouraging healthier school meals. However, public health groups sometimes debate how governments should regulate food choices. Some experts support stronger restrictions on highly processed foods, while others focus more on education, transparency, and access to healthier options instead of outright bans. How junk food affects the body. According to the World Health Organization, diets high in sodium, added sugars, and unhealthy fats may increase the risk of obesity, high blood pressure, heart disease, and type 2 diabetes over time. The body reacts quickly to excessive processed food intake because these foods are often engineered to be extremely rewarding and easy to overeat. Honestly, nobody accidentally eats one potato chip and peacefully walks away smiling. Research published in the British Medical Journal discussed links between ultra-processed food consumption and higher risks of several chronic health conditions. Scientists believe one reason involves excessive calories, low fiber, high sugar content, and additives that may encourage overeating in some individuals. This does not mean every packaged food is dangerous. Context and frequency matter more than fear-driven headlines. One major challenge is convenience. Processed foods are often cheaper, faster, and heavily advertised. After long workdays, cooking vegetables sometimes feels less exciting than opening a pizza box in 5 seconds. I realized my eating habits were shaped more by stress and convenience than actual hunger. Small changes made a bigger difference than extreme diets. I started replacing sugary drinks with water more often and added simple meals like oats, eggs, fruit, rice, and grilled chicken during the week. According to Mayo Clinic, balanced eating patterns rich in vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats may support better cardiovascular health over time. Another important issue is marketing toward children. Several researchers and public health experts argue that aggressive advertising of highly processed foods may influence eating habits early in life. This is why some countries discuss restrictions on junk food advertising aimed at kids. Supporters believe it may encourage healthier choices, while critics worry about government overreach and personal freedom debates. Some foods may not fit everyone. People with diabetes, heart disease, food allergies, or certain medical conditions may require personalized nutrition plans. Extreme restriction can also create unhealthy relationships with food for some individuals. Balance usually works better than fear. Talk with a healthcare professional if needed. Tracking habits helped me understand my own patterns better. I paid attention to cravings, sleep, stress eating, and portion sizes, instead of obsessing over perfection. Gradual improvements felt more realistic than chasing impossible online promises. The biggest mistake people make is treating nutrition like an all-or-nothing battle. Healthier habits often begin with small, consistent decisions repeated daily. Comment your favorite junk food honestly. Small food choices shape future health.